1 month ago, in late November, Star Wars Battlefront Files asked the mappers of the Battlefront community to fire up their Zero editors, get creative, and make an original map showcasing an urban setting. We were not disappointed. With nearly 15 entries, the community responded enthusiastically and gave us a large holiday helping of some of the best urban maps we've had the privilege to play. From familiar Star Wars planets to exotic new locales, from icy harbors to murky swamps, we've seen a vast spectrum of new cities. It wasn't easy coming up with a favorite, we're sure, but from the original entries, the community narrowed it down to 6 finalists. Santa's Village, Torvik, Sunken City, Urban Map, War-Torn Village, Naboo Urban Street Fight, and Nynaeve Harbor. The community voted again, and from those final 6, we've narrowed it down to one winner. I'm Babarichel, and I'll be taking you through a video tour of the map you've chosen as the winner to the November-December map contest. Urban Map by Rep Sharpshooter. The first thing you'll notice about any map is, of course, what it looks like. This is what I believe propelled Urban Map to the top of most ballots. While it is not the best exemplar of a map with strong gameplay, it does excel in what one might call a newness factor. Everything in the map looks different, and everyone likes to play something new and different. Urban Map is aptly named in that it diffuses the urban setting that was the drive of the contest. Rep Sharpshooter has created a large number of interactive building models to make up this large, Earth-like city. It doesn't necessarily scream Star Wars. This large city looks like it would be a much better home to, say, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles than it would be to stormtroopers and droids. However, there's no telling what might pop up in that galaxy far, far away, so one certainly can't hold that against it. After all, it could just as well be the banking clan's Muonist as New York City. On the other hand, Urban Map is not without its faults. Its greatest failure is its inability to provide consistent action. As with any number of maps too large for their unit count, Urban Map has command posts spaced too far apart and too few units to make exploring the map anything more than a chore. Just because we have to run a couple blocks to get to a new command post doesn't mean it should actually feel like we had to run a couple actual city blocks to get to a new command post. Urban Map is also a very empty map. Although the author certainly intends to add more to the map and fill it out, as it is, the map feels like a ghost town, and not in the fun and spooky way, but in the boring and empty way. Street after street after street is large and open, and there's very little to tell one street apart from the next, aside from command post location. Additionally, the interiors of the buildings Rep Sharpshooter was so careful to include feel emptier than the streets themselves. At least outside, there are other things going on. Inside the buildings, we're lucky to find a single prop object. To sum up, Urban Map is a technically impressive map with a lot of potential. It's got a really neat and original design, but for it to be really exciting, it absolutely has to be fleshed out with very liberal prop placement. While this wasn't my personal favorite of the competition or my first place vote, it's certainly a worthy map, and I look forward to seeing future versions.